Good morning, or afternoon probably for you guys. Totally not 5 in the morning for me. Okay, so today we're talking about frequency polygons. And we're going to use this data set right here of 10 numbers. Now, some people are taking benchmarks today if they are in front of me, but you guys at home are doing this lesson, and this is good because we're going to do kind of a practice thing anyway for the benchmark because we have to have a quick frequency distribution. So let's use 4 classes for this one. Okay. And for this, we're just going to need our original categories, which is classes, tallies, and frequency. Okay, so this would be a good time to pause the video and write down all this information, but then also try and see if you remember how to do this. I'm going to pull up a calculator on my phone while you pause. Pause, pause, pause. Okay. So to figure this out, I'm going to take the highest number minus the lowest number. It looks like my highest test score is 95 and my lowest test score is 65. I'm going to divide by 4. So that's 30 divided by 4. And if you take 30 divided by 4, you get, I think, 7.5. We're going to raise that up to 8. All right, now my classes start with the smallest number, so we're going to start with 65, and then I'm going to add 8, which is 73, and then add 8, which is 81, and then add 8 again, which is 89. And on the right side, I'm going to fill in the other half, so the number that's right before 73 is 72, this one's 80, this one's 88, and notice these are also jumping by 8, so if I add 8 to 88, then I get 96. All right, so if I start doing my tallies, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hopefully I did that right. So here's 4, 1, 3, 4, and that adds up to, my summation is 12, which is how many data points I have. So we're good there. All right, let's see if I got it right. So in 65 to 72, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 73 to 80. I've got this one, 79, it's 1, 81 to 88, 1, 2, 3, and then all the 90s are in the last category. Yep, I'm correct. Okay, so now we're going to make a frequency polygon, and I'm going to write down some notes over here like I normally do. So this is graph number 5, a frequency polygon. Okay, so I'm going to make a normal looking positive quadrant here. The Y here, the X here. And maybe I'll write some directions on the side. So this looks like a line graph, except it's going to connect to the x-axis on both sides. Okay, the x-axis is going to be your classes, class boundaries, and the y-axis is going to be your frequency. Okay, so let's put a line break here because I know that definitely I'm not going to start at 0. And I'm looking back up here at my my classes, and remember we're looking for kind of like those halfway points, halfway between the classes. So since this class ends at 72 and this one starts at 73, that means that my second tally is going to be 72 and a half. Okay, and then I've got halfway between 80 and 81, which is 80 and a half. Then halfway between 88 and 89, which is 88 and a half. Okay. And then a little above the top one, which is 96 and a half. And on the end bottom here, we're going to go a little before the first one, which is 64 and a half. You'll also notice that these are also jumping by 8s, which is our class width. Okay, and then you're actually going to need one more tally on the end, which jumps another 8. So again, the reason why it's jumping by 8 is because that's what our class width was right here, 8. So I'm going to, my first dot, well, let's see, on the side I need frequencies, and it looks like my frequencies go between 4 and 1. So down here I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, down here I should probably say that these are test scores. And this is frequency on the side. Okay, so for this to work, the first thing you're going to want is a dot on the base, because remember I said that we're connecting to the x-axis on both sides. So we're going to start down there. Let's see if I have a ruler. I might not, but I hope you have a ruler at your house. Aha, I do. Because I put one, or I gave one to every single one of you. So everybody should have a ruler. I've got this terrifying ruler that is like super pointy. I think it's supposed to be like an engineering thing. I don't know, but, or maybe just, you know, just generally terrifying. Okay. Somehow managed to completely lose my pen in that process. How did that happen? Weird. Huh. That is very strange. Okay. I guess I will grab a different pen. Okay, so if I start right there, then the next one, so you're basically going to put the point on the upper half of the class. So my first frequency is 4, and then 1, and then 3 and 4 again. So on this one, I'm going to put a dot on 4. On this one, a dot on 1. Here, a dot on 3. and then a dot on 4 again. This is why it's so much easier on graph paper. And then my final dot is going to go back down to 0. And then you connect them. This is where the word polygon comes in, where it looks like